Alright, so, oh god. It's kind of hitting me now that I look like fucking dog shit, and I'm sorry for that right off the bat. Let me just apologize for the mess that I am, because I don't maintain my hair, and I don't wear fucking makeup, and I don't take care of myself like I should. Clearly, like, fucking, oh my god. This is bad. Anyway, so my name is Tori. I am a mom of 3 girls. I live in the South, and I have been wanting to do videos like this for a really long time. And I always made, the whole stereotypical, I'm a mom, I can't do those things. I don't have time for those things. But I gotta tell you, I'm a hot fucking mess. So if I can find time to keep 3 humans alive and maintain a somewhat clean house and work and take care of all that shit, then I can find 10, 15, maybe 20 fucking minutes to record a goddamn video. So enough with the excuses. It's 2018. We're done with excuses. So anyway, I've had a lot of people through the years just tell me, oh, do videos about relationships because you're really knowledgeable about that, or do videos about feminist ideology and things like that because you're obviously very passionate about it and you're very intelligent and you know a lot about it, or, all kinds of shit like that. And to begin with, I was like, why would anyone want to see anything from me? Because, I'm just some bitch. What do I have to offer anybody? Why would anyone want to watch a video of me bitching about shit? Why? Why would they want to do that? But apparently there's been some constant requests for just that. So I'm giving in and I'm doing. So let me just give you a little bit of insight about me, and what I might be talking about in the future. So I'm sure, like a lot of women, we've all had really bad goes with men and relationships and romance and all that fun shit. That's a big one for me. I will definitely be doing a lot of videos about that. And let me just clarify. So all of my relationships that I would be talking about in those videos were with men. Heterosexual relationships. But I've also dated women in the past, not as seriously, but I have. So I can come from both directions with that. Don't think it's just going to be about men, but let's be real. It's going to be mostly about how men suck. Because they do in so many ways. But I'm not a man-hater or anything. I just call it like I see it, and that's fine. I'm sure a lot of you can identify with that. I will also be talking a lot about homeschooling and more natural parenting, attachment parenting, because those are my methods. And I know, obviously, they don't work for everyone. Everyone is not cut out for the same things. What works for me definitely might not work for the next family, so don't think that I'm judging anybody. Not with that anyway. I will pass some judgments on things. It's going to happen, but on that particular thing, it's variable. It will not be too bad, I don't think. Maybe. But I will also be talking about metaphysical stuff and magical shit and energy works and all types stuff like that, because that's kind of more what I align with. I am very anti-organized religion. I'm very spiritual. If I had to pick a label, which I'm very against, but if I had to pick one, I would say Wiccan. More nature-based, go with the flow. What goes around comes around, put in what you want to get back, be a good person kind of stuff. And I definitely I'm not putting anyone down that is into organized religion, whichever one it is, but I'm very anti-indoctrination and trying to be open-minded And religion has a way of enforcing very rigid standards. And I don't live my life that way. That's why I homeschool. That's why I just kind of go with the flow. I don't have a rigid schedule. It just doesn't work for us, which is fine, because what works, like I said, what works for us might not work for someone else. But that's the beauty of living where we live and being who we are. We can kind of do things the way we need them done, and no one really has the right to tell us that that's wrong unless it's causing harm to someone here or someone else. That whole do unto others thing, yeah, that's a big one for me. So anyway, I'm very into feminist ideology. I'm very against the patriarchy. I'm very against... I used to be more on the lib-fem third wave side, but my views have changed a lot in the past. God, fly always in my hair. Anyway, in the past couple years, I've had a shift in my view on that, and I will cover that more in the future. But for now, just know that I am definitely not liberal feminist. I am more on the rad fem side of things, because I think feminism has lost sight of its goal. And its goal was... I'm sorry, my child is screaming in the next room, and it has distracted me. Because that happens. I think she's okay. She's going to be 2 next month, so the whole toddler tantrum stage, oh yeah, that's where we are. I believe that feminism, the feminist movement, has lost sight of its original goal, which was bringing equality to natal-born women who are oppressed from birth because we are female. And the whole blind following for inclusivity and all that shit. I used to do that, but then I started seeing... I don't know what else to call it. It's pure fucking misogyny. I started seeing it in my groups, in my movement that's supposed to be about equality. I started seeing the enforcing of the same type of inequality, misogynistic shit that I saw everywhere else in the world in my own movement. And that's when I started questioning things. I will elaborate more on that, like I said, in the future. More content will come out about that. But for now, just know that I am definitely on the radfem side of things, and if that angers people, if you hate me for that, that's fine. I don't align with the term TERF, and I get called that a lot. TERF is a slur. If anyone out there can identify how they want and they demand that people respect that, then I too deserve that right, and I do not identify as a TERF. So you can't call me a TERF, because that's not who I am. So it goes both ways. In Tory world, everything goes both ways. So yeah, don't call me a TERF. Don't assume I hate people, because I'm actually a huge human rights activist. I don't really say it much anymore because the movement itself is very full of misogyny, but I am an intactivist technically. I am all about bodily autonomy and consent and boundaries, basic human rights, the things we all deserve and should have and we don't. So I don't hate anyone. I don't hate trans-identified peoples. I don't want them to die. I don't want them to befall physical injuries or ailments. I don't want them to be neglected by the medical field or medical industry. No, I believe everyone deserves bodily autonomy. They deserve basic medical care, food, water, shelter. Everyone deserves those, regardless of who they are or what they are. But I just don't happen to agree that you can change your biological sex. And I don't agree that people who are born male have the right to tell people who are born female that they should be grateful that they're born female because those males want to be female. I don't think that's how it should work, because since the dawn of time, women have been oppressed by men and the patriarchy. We've been fighting for equality. It was this century that women got to vote, that they got to work outside the home, that marital rape was outlawed. It was this century. It was a few decades ago, even some of that. So it's 2018. And the movement that was started by women who were oppressed for being born female, now I'm starting to see women who were not born female that identify as women tell women like me to shut up and to be grateful. It's the same shit that men have been telling us since the dawn of time. And I don't have to be okay with that. And I'm not okay with that, because I have 3 daughters in the next room over there that I am trying to raise to be strong and self-sufficient and independent and very knowledgeable about their bodies. I am raising women who know about consent, know their bodies belong to them, know what safe sex is. I am raising women that will not be shamed for liking sex or for having sex or for not having sex. I'm raising women who don't need men if they don't want a man. And I'm raising women who will grow up to know that they are very goddamn capable of accomplishing whatever they want, regardless of the fact they're born female. And that was the entire point of the feminist movement initially. Because men rule the fucking world, but women are still fighting to have basic rights. And I just don't happen to believe that someone born male can don a dress and a wig and makeup and then start telling natal-born women like me that we should be grateful. No. No, honey. No. Not in Tory world. So there's that. I know I ranted a little bit about that for a while. It's something I'm very passionate about. Very, very passionate about. What else? What else should I tell you? I'm kind of a nerd, just a little bit. I'm a little bit of a geek there. I like Game of Thrones. I like Pokemon. I like all that type shit. And we don't have cable. That's another... We don't have cable, we have the internet, and we use Hulu and Vudu and Netflix and all that fun stuff. So, like, you know, I try and limit screen time for my children who are acting psychotic in the next room right now. But when we do watch things, we watch the good stuff. The good stuff. I am actually trying to catch up on all the Avenger movies, and I have to watch... It's weird. I watched the second Guardians of the Galaxy before I watched the first one, which is dumb, I know. But I'm kind of behind on the Marvel and the DC movies. I have to catch up on that, and I plan to. And I will probably give input on the way they cast those, because I was really into those comics as a kid. I was really into, like, comics and anime and all that type of stuff. But... I will catch up on those, and we will discuss that, because that's a big thing for me, like a big thing. I am very into vinyls. I collect the pop vinyls. That's like our thing. For holidays and birthdays, we do that. We give vinyls. I'm into, what else? Oh my gosh, my children sound like they're killing each other. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Kids, you know, they will find you. And they will ask you for snacks. And they will ask you for drinks. and they will ask you to go to the fucking moon, and they will ask you why the earth is the earth, and they will ask you every goddamn question that you absolutely don't know where it came from and have no answer for. In the course of 5 minutes, they will do that. In case you don't have kids or you've never experienced it, that's how it goes every day for the rest of their lives. And I'm not there yet. It's not done. It's not done. My oldest will be 7 in August, and my baby is going to be 2 next month. So life is interesting for me at this point. In the course of these videos, I've kind of realized how bad my hair looks. And I gotta tell you, we're really hard up on money because we're poor. And we don't, we're not very well off in the money category. We pay our bills. We're not behind on that. But all the extra shit just, it comes last. And I had to switch shampoo recently to the off-brand. And like normally I'm that person that's really thrifty and all about bargains and don't spend all this extra money on name brand this because you could get this and it's the same thing. Like I'm always that in the middle, like quality, quantity, like bargain, thrifty shopper. But with products, because all of our hair products and our toiletries and our toothpaste and all that stuff is vegan, I was paying $5.74, I think, a tube for my shampoo and conditioner. But our budget this month said, no, you can't do that. So I had to switch to the off-brand big bottles, like the value size. They're like this big, and it's showing. It's obvious that this has happened because my hair is fluffy, and I'm not like, I have straight hair and it's very thick like horsehair, but it's usually very heavy because it's so thick and it just lays flat and doesn't do anything, and I'm fine with that. But since I switched, now it's poofy and there are flyaways, and I realize I look raggedy as shit, and I'm sorry for that, because like normally like my hair is better and like my face doesn't look so bad. But I've been really stressed out, and stress breaks my skin out because I'm white and pale and have very sensitive skin. So yeah, that's why I look like absolute garbage, and I'm sorry for that in advance. I hate it, and it's kind of hitting me like, bitch, take care of yourself. But when you have 3 other humans that come first, yeah, more excuses, I'm sure, but it's not so easy. And another thing too, don't ask me for makeup tutorials, because I don't do makeup. I didn't own makeup until April, when I went to one of my best friend's weddings in Georgia. It was at an estate, a really nice, like a plantation type setup, and it was beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not going out here looking ratchet as fuck. No. No. So I bought makeup, and I wore makeup, and it was okay, I guess. But I don't do cosmetic stuff ever at all, usually. I would like to. I really would. I would like to learn, but my whole hang up is it vegan? That's like the first one. And then, does it work for my skin? Because I have very sensitive skin, and I break out if someone breathes on me. So there's that. And then also too, I have a very wide jaw and a very weird nose. And I don't really have eyelids when my eyes are open. I don't know if you can, I mean, they're kind of there. And I do my own brows, and I kind of like struggle with that. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, just as long as the little extra hairs are gone. I don't do beauty stuff. But maybe, like, I've seen all these funny makeup tutorials, and I'm like, well, if I did one, it would definitely be a fucking joke. So maybe I should, just so people can laugh at me. Because humor is healthy at points. And another reason that I might consider it is so I can learn. Somebody could be like, oh, honey, no, that looks fucking awful. Please don't do that. Do this. And, like, maybe I would learn. Because, like, I have cheeks. I love my cheeks. I have high cheekbones. There's some Cherokee, a good bit of Cherokee in my blood. So it shows in the high cheekbone area, and probably my jawline, too. I don't know. There's, like, German in there, too. So, like, that's why I'm so fucking pale. I'm an albino. It also doesn't help that I am very severely anemic. That probably makes it worse too. And I don't get good sleep, as you can tell, because like the bag's under my eyes. And then now, because I'm approaching 30, I have these crow's feet right here and all the little wrinkles. Yeah, but then I watch these video tutorials on makeup, and they go from looking like shit, like me, and they look flawless. And I'm like, this intrigues me. And I go back and forth about it, because I'm like, but everyone thinks that makeup is just to impress men. And for me, it wouldn't be to impress a goddamn man. No, it would be to impress me, because, like, I'm a Leo. It's in me to be very conscious of the way I look and the way I present myself, unfortunately. And I've worked on that through the years, and that's kind of, I guess, how I wound up the fucking mess I am right now. But, I still care. You can't change the stars you're fucking born under, and you can't change their effect on you. So I still fucking care. And I want to do better, and I want to try. But I'm scared to try, because like I'm so OCD. I'm such a perfectionist. I hate failing, and I know I'm gonna fuck up royally. But you know, I think that's part of the process, and learning what works and what doesn't, and how to and how don't, or how not to, how don't. Did you hear that? Oh God. Anyway, don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that. This works, this doesn't. Like, that's kind of the process, I guess. So like, maybe I could do it. Maybe I will. I don't know. This whole like contouring shit, that intrigues the fuck out of me, because it's like magic. It is. It's just like poof, and they're like, you're not the same person. It's amazing. I want to try. I do, but again, I'm scared. Help me. I'm scared. Just for the record, I'm usually more thought out than this. It's been a long fucking day, in a long fucking week, in this long fucking month. And June is always really hard for me, and I'm not really gonna cover why in this video, but I will cover that at some point. I do plan on talking about some bigger issues in the future in some of my videos, like mental health awareness and bodily autonomy stuff with children, and you know, basics like that. I also do want to talk about infant and child loss awareness, because that hits very close home for me, especially this month. So expect that. I also want to cover other things, like how I need to meal plan, and you know, ways to go about planning out and prepping food, and how to be thrifty when you're shopping, and you know, stuff like that. General stuff that might help you in the future, because that's kind of what I'm about. And the point of even doing any of these videos, I think. So anyway, Now I have to go and take all these clips that I've done, and I have to figure out what this new editing software that I'm fucking illiterate using. I have to figure out how to put them all together and edit it and make me not look like such dog shit, and post it so you can watch this. Anyway, so if I didn't absolutely make you hate me with this video, you found me somewhat interesting or just so fucking stupid that you have to come back and see more. Please come back, because I will be posting more things. I have no idea how often or when, because again, I'm a hot mess and our lives are chaotic, and I do what I can when I can. So I will post more. I can't tell you. I don't fucking know. I don't know when it's gonna happen. But if you want, I think this is how it works. You just hit the bell. It's like down there somewhere. And then when I post things, it will tell you, and you can come back and watch them. I don't know about subscribing, like, because that's a thing on YouTube. You just like hit click and, you know, subscribe to the channel, and then in your feed when you open the app, you'll see the things that channel has put. Yeah, that's how it works. I'm getting there. Bear with me. If you want to subscribe, go ahead, because it's gonna be an interesting ride either way. I promise I will do better at looking at the camera, which is up there, not down here. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned if you want. I will be posting more sometime, at some point, who fucking knows, but expect it. It'll happen. Okay? Okay.